Whenever you're ready. Let's go, Misty. Let's go.
I mean, I'm ready.
I'm pretty sure she's recording.
She is.
This should just stay in. Oh, am I hosting?
You said you would. Oh.
Damn. I was like, oh, wait.
That's why I said I said we're ready, Misty.
Oh.
Lord have mercy. This is episode 60.
Sure it is.
Almost ready for that AARP card.
I've been ready.
What's up, everybody? This is the What Kind of Black Nerd Cast Is This? And I am one of your lovely hosts, the Red Bearded Zero. Yes, I've changed my fucking name again. I saw it on something and I thought it looked so cold, so I changed my name. But I'm going to introduce everybody else right below me, even though I don't know if this is what it's going to look like, because La Magic techniques, when she does the videos, it might change. But below me is the wonderful Lucia. Is she Black or Asian? How are you doing today?
I'm okay.
This is your holiday Revenge of the Sith, or the Fifth, or whatever it's called. The bullshit.
Sith, baby. All day.
All right. To her, I'm going to call it a left. It may be a right to somebody else. It is Team Kayos. What's going on, my guy?
What's popping? What's crack-a-lacking? What it be like?
And the one and only, last but certainly not least, the lady on cloud 9. What's going on, Black Girl Marvel?
What's up, everybody? You know, just chilling on my thing.
It ain't nothing but a G thing, baby. So,
this is episode 60, by the way, you guys.
yeah, it's episode 60, and I'm at a loss of words because Marvel decided to step on our necks this week. I don't think anybody was ready for it.
What better way to celebrate our 60th than when this big nuclear bomb Disney and Marvel just dropped on everybody.
Clue drop a bomb on him.
Just when you thought it was safe, Kevin Feige puts his nuts on the table. Plop.
That's what it sounds like.
I was about to say I was waiting for the other one. Like I do mine one at a time. I'll just do them together. I do one. I do left, then I do right.
Well, you know, if you grab them in a certain way, they drop at once. It's just a heavy.
I like that. I like to have the symmetry. So I do
I don't
one
know what
then
this
two.
conversation is about, but I'm so lost.
But getting into more important business, let's talk about these Marvel movies.
We got serious on the podcast.
Hey, I'm trying to get I'm trying to get
I'm in my mid-30s now, so my next doctor's visit is going to be very uncomfortable for a certain part of me, and I'm not looking forward to that. But that's part of
if
getting
Homer
older.
got through it, you can.
I feel like you always been in your mid-30s.
You should vlog it.
Fuck you.
The longest 30-year-old we ever met. He's been 30 for 30 years. 30 for 30. He grew up 30.
Man, I was born a young 33 years old.
Let's talk about the first thing we saw. I don't know. Fuck it. Let's talk about one of the things people have been crying and bitching about, Wakanda Forever. What do you guys think about that portion of it? Seeing that?
I mean, all we saw was the title.
I mean, they did come out with some more information about it.
Yeah, that's pretty much what we saw for all of them, but yeah.
Well, some of them.
No, like that's all we saw was pretty much.
But there was more information about it, saying that it would, instead of being more like a Black Panther T'Challa-based story, it's going to show about the whole ecosystem in the world of Wakanda. So, you guys' thoughts on that? I'm saying it was definitely a tribute to Chadwick and the character that he played. Should we recast Chadwick as T'Challa?
I've now, after it's been what about 8 months since he's passed, I do think they're not gonna recast him just out of respect, but an argument can be made that it could be recast because he's been in one solo film, a cameo in Civil War, cameo in Infinity War and a very short cameo in Endgame, but like I could see them doing that. They're not going to do it, but I'm glad that we're getting the movie. The fact that we're getting it as fast as we are. I'm glad that it's coming out for my birthday next year, so I know I'm seeing it on my birthday. So I got Black Widow this year and Wakanda Forever next year, and that's July 8th, 2022. Also.
Oh, is it? Or is it? Is it?
Oh,
Damn.
you want to do this?
Damn. I sworn I wasn't the only one that thought that.
It's not though. I don't know why y'all think that. It's not.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you listen to our last podcast, me and the lovely lady La got into an argument about that. We got Black Widow July 8th. So this would be a nice little filler right before that.
July 9th. I think it's the 9th. July
No, it's
9th.
the 8th. It's because it's on my anniversary. I know exactly. So
I'm about to go research. I don't think that's right.
how much? What you want to bet? What you want to bet on it?
I'll bet you a new Funko Pop, whatever you want.
And he up there. Go ahead and look that up. Go ahead and look that up.
He's like, oh, I hope it's right. I hope that's right.
I know it's right. I know it's right because I was like, damn, I got to figure out how I'm gonna watch it. But I just watched it on Disney Plus because I ain't gonna be able to go to the theater because I want to share.
I'm just gonna share my screen real quick.
Oh yeah, go ahead and share your screen.
Oh, she's so fancy.
Go ahead and share your screen. Go ahead.
Her little screen or whatever.
Can you see that?
It is not July 9th. It's July 8th.
Can you see
They
that?
shifted the date. They shifted the date. It was the 8th.
They didn't because the trailer said the 9th.
They shifted the date. It was the 8th.
It was the 9th.
It was
But
the 8th.
it
It was
wasn't.
the 8th.
It wasn't. So
Whatever.
I'll let you know what my Funko is. Okay. Let you know.
All right. All right.
Okay.
If you saw it on YouTube, please watch our YouTube. You would enjoy watching our faces and seeing this live action.
He still owes me a Funko Pop of my choosing. I haven't told him yet.
Apparently, Kyle, they changed the date to the 9th. I remember it being the 8th. Don't you remember it being the 8th?
I'm looking at it literally right now from the actual video that they released, and they had it as July 8th, 2022. But I mean, but this is from the same studio that changed the release date of the X-Men Phoenix trailer 2 hours after the world premiere of the trailer. So there's that.
So how about we break it even?
No.
I get you one.
God damn it.
Yeah, you the only one with headphones on. My bad.
I know we're doing this on YouTube, but it's also an audio medium. You don't have to use your hands that way.
That is hilarious.
You said,
Kirk Patrick.
Cram.
I love when he makes that noise.
Get every piece of this.
I love when he makes that noise. It sounds so funny.
Kirkpatrick grows on, but Cram will always be. I might get the Cram shirt.
So was he saying something like Cramuel Adams or something? He put it into a name.
That would be hilarious. Well, let's talk about the Marvels. What y'all think about that?
I hope that we get a reason why Monica got an issue with Carol. I'm still on that from WandaVision. So
that look,
man, and her being like,
why y'all talking about this? Bitch?
She's like,
don't bring.
She
her
walked away
up.
like, it's like we're not here to talk about her. So anyway,
we're focusing on all these people,
Like I just need to know the story because that little tidbit lets me know that like hopefully, or makes me feel like hopefully they'll give like Captain Marvel 2 will have like he'll have a good storyline. I just have faith because it has to lead and bleed all into that. You know what I'm saying? So like
can't be worse than the first movie.
You know, well it can. So I just hope it's not because I'm just excited. Plus, I'm excited to see how they introduce Kamala Khan.
Mm-hmm. I cannot wait for that show, man. That is gonna be so cool.
Everybody was talking about that first image we got of her and like the mask and stuff, and people was like, "Oh my god, this is trash." Da 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 da. and then now they see her updated costume because the first time we see a costume from her can't be like she a professional cosplayer or something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and the thing is, I think they're gonna do that in the show because that's how it is in the comics. Like she just had a rinky-dink ass costume.
It was just a t-shirt.
She was just a kid, a fangirl, and then boom, she got a real costume and shit. So I mean, honestly, that's one of my reasons I'm always in that minority. Why I love Captain America: The First Avenger, because his costume inherently is corny as shit. There's no way to have that costume and make it look cool. They tried.
Trash ass movie. It was.
That movie.
I digress.
That's a good. It's better than Ant-Man and Wasp. Anyway,
it's not dope.
That didn't make my top 10.
The fact that you had like in that one you had the trans dagger shield, you had the authentic ass woolly looking costume that just looked hot as hell, and then it evolved. Like that was cool to see the costume evolve. So I think they're gonna do that here. I mean they literally got the shit running on autopilot now. Like they can't miss.
I wouldn't jinx it. Knock on wood. There's next you know they're gonna miss and somebody gonna come back and remember. This is gonna be the one podcast episode they remember.
Hey, if they can pull out another Thor: The Dark World or Incredible Hulk, I will eat my words. But I think we at least are safely past those days.
I would love an actual solo Hulk movie, as we.
I'm alright.
We could do a lot with that. I mean, we are about to do She-Hulk. We are about to do She-Hulk though.
That's why I'm like at least She-Hulk.
Every person of the, I want to see it all. I just want everything. I want you to give me everything. I want you to give me something I can think about. And then next, I want crossovers. I want everything. Like I'm just curious to see everybody's thought process behind it. Like how you bring in the X-Men, how you bring in Fantastic Four. Like actually how it's going to happen to see it play out. Like I'm super excited for that.
And I'll keep banging this drum until the cows come on. I'm good on Xavier and his Merry Mutants for.
Me too. I mean, if we can get mutants throughout where it's just they're not X-Men yet. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, and it's outside characters that we don't know. It doesn't have to open up on Xavier. You know, we can sit them on aside. We could just start maybe we could build our own like Professor X and the X-Men team or something like that in some type of fashion.
I mean, hell, they could just go completely off the cuff and bring in X Factor, X Force, Excalibur. Just bring in all the teams before you bring in X-Man proper. You know, blue and gold. Excalibur was a badass team, man. I was always a Havoc guy. Like I always liked Havoc. I thought he was a badass.
Yeah, Havoc is cold.
Man, the way they treated him in the movies, Lord have mercy.
I was so crestfallen, man, because when I saw that first trailer,
he was the big brother.
And I'm like, oh shit, they got Havoc in him. Like, okay, they doing some deep dives, and I'm like, nah, that ain't Havoc.
Yeah, they treated him so shady. Honestly, they treated him the same way they treated his brother in the first three. Like, James Marsden.
They did not like the Summers brothers. No, look, in spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, and if you haven't, you're not gonna watch it by now. But in X-Men Apocalypse, when they kill him, I was mad. I'm like, that was one. I'm like, bro, and I said loud, bro. I'm like, bro, really? Like, you gonna underdevelop his brother in the first like 3 movies, then you underdevelop him in the first one. Now you just kill his ass off. I'm like, man, fuck y'all.
Like then they got MacGyver. He's like, I'm gonna fuck out of here.
You getting that TV money?
I'm to get this CBS money.
That shit is still on.
It is.
It's last season. It got canceled.
Like I'm like, I don't know how CBS keeping some of these shows afloat, man.
Because I watch them.
I was watching it.
I watch CBS. I be on that shit.
And I do too though sometimes. You call me old.
CBS, you were just talking about him being 30.
Exactly.
Your ass is 60.
That is the 60 plus up. Like that's some NCIS LL Cool J watching ass old school.
I don't watch all that, but I do watch a few CBS shows.
I watched the original NCIS. I love it.
Yeah, you know.
So good.
I watched Jag for a while. That was all I watched.
I am happy at all.
NCIS is a spinoff of Jag. So
that's the only one. Shit, man.
Yeah, that's how I got that. That's what got me. I like Jag was cool. Like I watched Jag. Like I watched what was it? It was on another network. The Pretender. Like I used to watch when they used to do all the crossovers. The Pretender, the Profiler, all that shit. They used to cross over and shit, man.
Have y'all ever heard of the show called Night Court?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all
Night
from the
Court?
80s. Yeah.
Okay, so you know they rebooting it.
Yeah, I know. I saw it.
Like I'm super excited because what's her name from Big Bang Theory is in it. She's a fan.
Wolowitz's wife.
Yeah, Melissa Rouse. She is a fan of the show, so I know it's gonna be good. And she good actor.
She looks enough like Marky Post and him. Like,
come on, don't she? Come on.
Like Marky. I mean, for all of our younger viewers, anybody like over like 31, 32, you know Marky Post, and you know Marky Post was she was legit back in the like late 80s.
That's solid though. That's solid casting. And she not only that, but they supposed to get John Larroquette back. So I'm like, oh.
Now I'm gonna watch. See, John Larroquette, man. John Larroquette is a untapped potential.
I love him so much. I date that older gentleman. You know what
I mean, I was 9 or 10 watching the John Larroquette show. Like, I was not meant to watch that show, but like I watched the John Larroquette show for him and Daryl Chill Mitchell before the accident.
Yeah,
Chill was the man.
Yeah.
You lost me. Me and Lou over here, like, can we get
back out? I know what you're talking about.
Weird, like Daryl Chill Mitchell, man. Especially before that, and still after the accident. Before the accident, man, like he was right there, man. Like if it was like if Chappelle hadn't like overtook him, it was neck and neck with Daryl Chill Mitchell and Chappelle, man. Like they were right there for the next two like dudes that like they weren't corny, they were legit, they had street cred, like. That was a thing back in the early 90s, man.
But I loved it. Even though he got into the accident, he was still able to come back and still become an actor and get some good roles after.
Going back to Marvel, though, let's talk about Ant-Man and the Wasp. How do you pronounce that? Quantumania?
Quantumania.
Look at you. I'm proud. Little baby.
I'm using my words.
Hey.
The phonics work for me.
So what y'all think about that?
It worked for me.
How y'all feel about, I mean, they didn't really show anything about it, but we know we're getting Kang.
What you feel about it, Lou?
Honestly, I'm just wanting to see if all of these things come out at the dates that they say. Like that's real. Like I'm excited for everything, right? And I'm ready to watch everything. But when I looked at the dates, I was like,
remember, Phase 1 had a Nick Fury film and Ant-Man in the original Phase 1.
True.
Did it? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's back when they first signed Samuel to that like 13 appearance.
Yeah, he was like, I get a movie. They like, yeah. It's like actually it's just a few cameos, one cameo.
Exactly. Like we also gonna sprinkle in a couple cameos and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. to like
Can I wear purple?
It's funny. Real quick though, since this is Revenge of the Fifth, a friend of mine was asking me about Kyber crystals and about what each color means for each user. And the funniest thing is, like, there's a reason for every single color of the Kyber crystals: blue, yellow, red, green, all of them. They all have a reason, and that is like inherently tied to the character. Like Ahsoka Tana's is white. She's kind of a balance in between the light and the dark side. She's not really one or the other. She's not a real Jedi. Yeah, purple is just because Samuel L. Jackson likes purple.
Yeah, he's a bad motherfucker.
There's no other reason in canon, no other reason why Mace Windu's lightsaber is purple, just because Samuel Jackson said.
But actually, he's smart for that though, because it puts him in a category all by himself, and you remember him, even if you don't remember his line, what he do, you will remember that he's the one with the purple lightsaber, because nobody
can't even get a purple lightsaber. Every time you see these videos, everybody having all red.
He's the only one that has one. He had a video a couple years ago. He actually has a legit one that is purple, and it's one of the only ones you.
He is so, but see, he is so dope for that. That's how you leave a legacy, man. That's how you leave a legacy.
It's bad.
I want one of his shirts where it's his face under his face.
I've screenshotted that, and I'm going to put that on the shirt.
Moving right along. Let's talk about Thor in Thor: Love and Thunder.
I just call it Thor 4. I just like calling
it.
Thor 4. That's just
what T4. T4.
When I go to move there, which is Thor 4.
Thor 4, please. Any thoughts on it? Because there's been more stuff about Russell Crowe's in it. I think he's supposed to be playing Zeus.
Isn't Christian Bale supposed to be in it?
Yeah, Christian Bale plays the God Killer. I can't remember his name.
God bless
was here.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, that would the two things he would be going crazy for is that and Quantumania, because his deep theories on Kang the Conqueror.
Yeah. I'm gonna flip out. I might break down in tears. if it happens.
That first trailer is gonna fuck me up first.
I'm gonna break down in tears.
If they show Jonathan Majors like legit made up as Kang,
bro, I'm gonna break down in tears.
It's a wrap.
Moving right along, let's talk about Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
I am all ready for that one. That's probably, other than actually right now, for what's currently we know for a fact is coming out, that is second to No Way Home for me, because I gotta see how they follow up on WandaVision. That is just gonna be so interesting to see her now fully knowing her powers, fully being the Scarlet Witch, and Doctor Strange is like, that's cool. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to chill on everything though. I can't have you out here like
I don't think she fully knows though. I feel like she's not gonna fully I feel like she's still not gonna fully know.
Just the fact that she's there is a threat to him, technically.
Oh yeah, I know. So I just feel like she's not
inherently is just gonna be like,
I feel like she's not gonna fully know, but it's gonna be enough. And we know she a quick study. So and he gonna be doing some stuff, and she gonna be like, the little side, like the little side head she do.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So speaking of which, going back into WandaVision, they had said that originally that he was supposed to be in it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not close enough.
No. The fact that you said speaking of which, I'm like, you didn't even catch it.
Oh, you see what I did there, and I ain't even
catch it. See. Yeah. That's why I'm here.
Yeah. No, so he was actually supposed to be in it, but they felt like it would drown out her moment with him being in it, so they left him out. But there's a subtle detail in the show where there's a lot of scenes where, like, especially in the beginning intros, where I think it's in the 90s one, where it kept saying Wanda. That was his way of trying to contact her and say, yo, what the fuck you doing, bitch? But obviously it was like a small cameo. And a deep cut rather that has come out to say that was his way of trying to contact her multiple times, that he tried to get in touch with her, whatever the case may be.
That almost sounds like one of the many fan theories we all had about that show. Like, honestly, that was actually really fun. Like, maybe it was because it was still half in quarantine, still going through the pandemic, and it's the first piece of new Marvel entertainment. But that was fun to have week to week, just in the week between all the fan theories and just rewatching it and trying to. No, wait a second. What's his name's office got photos in the hexagon? He's Mephisto. Like just the grasping at straws.
And none of that happened. It's like Marvel trolled us so hard. It was hilarious.
Like they literally brought Quicksilver.
Talk about Mephisto, but
they brought Quicksilver. Just like, hey, remember he was Quicksilver, but it's just a casting. We hope y'all like it. And everybody's like, no. That's X-Men in the shit. Like, no, it's just a casting. We thought y'all like it. No, fuck that. Y'all bring
episode when Raph Bonner came out, everybody's face got cracked. They was like doing that shit back together. Damn it.
We wrote the show. It's just a casting.
I was so upset with that Ralph Boner thing.
Ralph Boner?
Really? Like, and then the fact that it's like, okay, so he ain't even Jimmy's witness. Like, so that plot line just got like tossed nowhere. So like, really, y'all just really just okay, fine, thanks.
So, but I will always say this: as long as we talk about WandaVision, I will always say I love the portrayal of Monica Rambeau. I love the portrayal, absolutely. And I love that she is like loved on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Like I see more love for her than I do like hate, like real talk. And I love that fact. I got so many people being like, man, I just can't wait for Monica Rambeau movie. Like, I can't wait to see what she do. Like, I'm just like, of all creeds, colors, I love it. So I'm like, I'm waiting for her.
This is literally my ringtone. Agatha all along is actually my ringtone. That is my actual ringtone on my phone.
I love that fucking. Let's go to Shang-Chi in The Legend of the Ten Rings. I was trying to actually pronounce it right, but I'm not.
I was waiting because I'm like, if you don't, we might get a hate crime violation on YouTube.
Because I've seen a few things on TikTok, and there's this one chick on there. She's been telling everyone how to pronounce it right, but
Shang-Chi.
Yeah, I'm gonna fuck it up. So Shang-Chi. Yeah, Shang-Chi in The Legend of the Ten Rings. What y'all think about that? We did see the trailer prior to.
I wonder if
this week.
I wonder if that's how they're gonna say it in the movie. I can't wait to hear it. I just want to hear it. Like, I just want to hear it. Like, I'm pretty sure she's correct, like 100%. But I still just want to hear how they're gonna say it. Are they gonna say it the correct way?
If it's Mama call Cassius, I'm gonna call him.
Exactly.
It might be one of them things too where they get like a white person be like, "Hey, Shang-Chi, It's Shang-Chi. Thank
you know what I'm saying? Like I can't. I want to see
everybody.
it. I want to see it. I'm gonna love it so much. It just makes Marvel more authentic. You know what I mean? So.
As cool as it looks.
As long as they don't pull it M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong and
Sam
do the whole Ang thing. Like,
oh my God. To this day, and I tell the story all the time. Me and my homeboys, we went to go see that movie. We went to a concert earlier in the day, and we were supposed to go to a concert later on. We went to that movie earlier in the day, and within 10 minutes of that movie, we walked out.
I've heard
only
multiple
movie I've ever walked out of. It's the only movie I've ever walked out of.
I thought that movie was good, but that was because I didn't see the show first.
Okay.
His face was like,
the show first. I
thought he was about to do some WandaVision.
I don't watch anime, and even I was offended by that damn movie. Even I'm like,
but I didn't know anything about
anime.
It. I never even heard of it before.
I'll give you that.
And I went. Me and my boyfriend at the time, he was telling me about it. And we went to go see it. And I was like, oh, this is cool. He was like, this is some bullshit. Like, he was pissed. And so he was like, no, we gonna go home. I was showing you how this movie.
But I liked it.
No, this was cool. Now that's like my favorite show. Like one of my favorite shows ever. I will put that on at any time of the day, every single day. And yeah, no.
That movie was trash.
I need an Avatar Kayos movie. I need to see her ruthless ass.
No, I think people said her comics are cold. Like Kyoshi something else.
She with the shits. I gotta read her shit.
There are two movies that my anime peoples always go off on. That and Dragon Ball. And I'm like,
Dragon Ball Evolution.
I'm not into that shit. And even I feel for y'all.
Listen here, Dragon Ball Evolution would have been good if they didn't call it Dragon Ball Evolution and make it about them characters.
Yeah.
Other than that, if you would have just took a scenario where a new kid came to school and you could have had something, maybe found out he had supernatural powers, you could have did something. But the fact that y'all slapped Dragon Ball on it, it made Justin, Chatwin, Goku.
Basically shameless Dragon Ball.
You feel me? Like you made him Goku.
And Emmy Rossum in there too. I'm like, baby,
you whitewashed that boy so hard.
Isn't Jamie? What you call it?
He was Jamie Chung.
Yeah, Jamie Chung was in that.
Jamie Chung was in there too.
Wow, I'm not watching that movie.
That's one of those movies too. Like I'm a big fan of CinemaSins, and like they always make fun of when they have a big actor in a movie they should not be in. And it's one of those ones like, oh, y'all got Chow Yun-Fat to be in this.
Not even that. They got Chow Yun-Fat.
Like damn, like poor Chow.
I really wonder how much.
I don't know that man's real name.
James Marsters. Yeah. James Marsters from Buffy.
Yeah,
Spike. Spike is Piccolo.
That nigga name is Spike.
Yo, the thing that pissed me off in the trailer, and I'm like, I'm not a fan, but I'm like, all right, maybe this can be my entry into this shit, so I can actually know what these niggas are talking about.
I see why you don't watch anime.
And they show him, and he's in his full Goku gi, and he looks, and he just like does like the Rock's eyebrow, and then his hair flips up to the Goku hair, and I'm like, oh fuck this, I'm not watching this. I was in the movie theater like, nope, I'm good.
That was terrible. Yeah, that movie bad.
And then now coming to the movie we all been fucking waiting to see, Black Widow. What's your thoughts?
I just want to get that monkey off my.
We don't know when it's coming out.
Supposedly July 9th.
Supposedly,
but you know, cards subject to change.
And it will.
And then the last thing they showed, because I'm looking at that's another one I gotta talk about.
I heard her movie good. That's all I hope. All these
real quick too,
and all that kind of stuff. I hope it's good. She deserves a really good movie.
She's held it down, man. She held the MCU down, so
I feel like she
deserves
it. I do
deserve that.
And then because of Falcon and Winter Soldier, Julia Louis-Dreyfus's character actually was first making an appearance in this movie because this was supposed to come out before Falcon and Winter Soldier. So Madam Hydra is actually supposed to be in this before that. So this was actually her introduction.
Thanks for me for Falcon and Winter Soldier. I appreciate you.
Okay. Before we get into the newest stuff we saw, what did you think about them showing the Fantastic Four logo again?
Tease.
Yeah.
I dig it. Like I said,
okay.
All.
And then
worse than it has been.
But that is true. That is true.
You never know. They might give us a really good Galactus and Silver Surfer. You never know. They might give us some
You can't get worse than a fart cloud.
You know what, sir? You are correct.
And they had
worse than that,
and they turned them into fucking scrolls because they had all the mixed powers and stuff, so they were super scrolls. What do you think about the little snippet we got from the Internals?
It's all right. It's not much.
It's y'all, you know what?
It's just.
Can we all take a minute and just shake the shit out? Because y'all are dead today.
No, that movie, man. Like I was not that from even just in the little snippet. I mean, we've been waiting for this, to see something from this and Shang-Chi. We saw Shang-Chi's trailer, badass. Now we're waiting for Eternals. I'm like, like
all you did was show me the faces of actors I know supposed to be in it. Like you didn't really
on Earth.
Right, Angelina Jolie had a glowing sword. Okay,
but then there's this one scene where it's like a backdrop. It looked like they're somewhere, and they look like they're in a costume. Someone looks like they had speed powers or something like that.
I need to hear people's tone and what they saying. I need to hear some words. I just can't see no images right now.
Like y'all didn't even show Camille Manjani in his 8-pack and then like at least give people what they want to see.
The fan service, give them the fan service.
Like all he did was take his sunglasses off like Johnny Cage.
And I was like
let's do his coat over his back.
I was like button the shirt or something because I ain't.
Yeah. Actually, you got look just like. You have the same outfit on. All you miss is the blazer. And then I'm like, they didn't even really do like a full roll call. So I'm like, okay, where's Brian Tyree Henry?
Like, yeah, they didn't even show that.
I'm like, y'all got some heat in this film. Like,
I gotta timestamp myself. I'm gonna get a picture of Kumail and put it next to Bert.
Y'all are terrible.
I gotta timestamp myself right here.
Yeah, man, that one to me is just like, all right, like, let's see what works.
Yeah, I was like, okay. I was like, she got a glowy sword. All right. I was like, is there an orc in the room? Like, I was okay.
Okay. Obviously, Spider-Man comes out at the end of the year. No Way Home. We've been seeing some new stuff. What do you feel about Andrew, old ass, being in the movie? That nigga old.
He was old ass when they cast and shit. He was,
what he do to you?
That nigga old.
No, but what did he do to you personally? What did he personally?
That nigga 45 still putting on tights.
Yo, real talk though, it was 2011 when they first announced his casting. And I'm like, who? And my boy Brian, he's like, you remember Social Network? I'm like, fucking of course, I love the fucking movie. He's like, Eduardo. I'm like, him? Like, when you hear a casting, you shouldn't be like this. When I heard they casted Robert Downey Jr., I'm like, that works. Okay. That works. Okay. When I heard them casting Ben as Batman, I'm like,
yeah.
All right.
I was like, that could work.
That could work. That could work. I hear Andrew Garfield. I'm like, but he's like 28. Like literally, he's like the same age Toby was.
Man, Toby 50. Toby was 50.
He looked now.
I go back and watch those.
He looked 35 in high school.
Listen, I go back and watch those and be like, so we ain't know you was a grown ass man, my dude.
Dude. Like come on.
Grown-ass man.
Like they didn't make any attempt. Like, and the funny thing, like everybody in that movie was in the mid-20s. Joe Manganiello was like 27 years old.
Bro,
as Flash. Like,
they was like, we just gonna put Tobey Maguire some dark glasses and flatten his hair down, and he's 16.
You know what they tried to do? They was like, they do it with black people all the time. They put the 30-year-olds in as teenagers all the time. We
black don't crack, baby.
This ain't Stacey Dash, damn it.
Hell yeah. No, this ain't Bianca Lawson, okay?
Oh. Right.
Okay, because that's
well, you know what? They got they won. They got Paul Rudd, but they ain't made no use out of it yet. You haven't seen an Endgame where you literally have him going back in time. You could have just used that to make fun of the fact that he looks ageless, but you didn't. Lucia brothers fucked up on that one.
Yeah, they could have. That'd have been dope.
So some stuff came out today. I believe it was either today or yesterday. We were saying Blade is still on the list. It goes into production in 2022, I believe, or sometime sooner or something like that.
Blade? I thought it was this year.
Well, either one. It's coming up.
I've heard either it goes in production either in July or September of this year.
Corona definitely has slowed that movie down.
No one knows when they're going in.
Lou is so skeptical. She ain't gonna be happy. She don't believe nothing.
Like, I'm trying not to be as excited.
I swear,
she'll be at the premiere. Like, I bet they ain't gonna show the movie. She
got to beef with the mouse.
She'll be like, I bet they ain't gonna show the movie. Watch, it's gonna be more trailers. Watch.
Not at the premiere.
That's exactly what they gonna do. I'm telling you.
she'll be like Robin and Teen Titans go to the movies.
I'm trying to help y'all out. I'm trying to, not let y'all hopes be up too high. I'm trying to help the listeners. I'm trying to help y'all.
Dying.
Like, it's gonna be another trailer. Watch. She drink her cup. She drank from her cup.
That's hilarious.
I really what I want right now is I want Black Widow to come out.
I'm telling you,
that's what I want.
I just want to get that done.
To come out
just
this
get it
year.
Off. Just get that monkey off our back. Like, look,
that's all I want, because once that comes out,
movie.
then I'll be more excited for everything else, because they keep pushing this, and then I didn't even know that Julia Louis-Dreyfus's character was in. You know what I'm saying? Like, now y'all fucking up.
See, that's the thing, because it messed up the whole thing. But I'm now getting nervous because I'm like, well, what if it's not good?
Yeah.
And
we've only seen for a year and a half the same trailers. We've only seen a year and a half the same like 2 trailers.
Exactly. And that scares me too. Like, when you keep pushing a movie back, it's something else. It's something missing from it.
Mm-hmm.
Especially Disney. They're not going to just keep pushing a movie back. How many times have you pushed this movie back? Like, in the last
at least
year?
6 that I know of. At least 6 that I can think of, because it was supposed to come out April, then May,
exactly.
July.
I think it was more about money. It's
not going to be good or something.
I think it was just more about money. They just wanted. It's probably something in her contract where they was trying to probably get her the most money, or she probably felt ripped off if it went straight to.
Who are we talking about?
Scarlet.
Oh, okay.
So it has to be something with that. I don't ever think, because I mean, hell, they showed the motherfuckers in the goddamn bubble for the NBA, the goddamn movie. Them niggas have seen it already. So shit, I wish one of them had a bootleg that shit. Been like.
That is a surprise too. Like, y'all risk your whole career for some damn lemon pepper wings, but you can't let us know what the hell happens in Black Widow. Like, what's the end credit scene?
No, because I feel like Disney was like, everybody come in one by one. We pat you down. If you got anything that resemble anything, I bet they probably made them strip naked and gave them clothes. Like, the fuck you mean?
They gave him Kanye attire.
Hell yeah, big and baggy. The fuck can't have nothing.
I just want to know what if there's actually going to be something that leads off from this, because like, is this really just a one-off? Yeah, because it's a prequel, takes place in between the wars, but is this just a one-off, just telling like the rest of her backstory, or does this lead into something? Does Helena become the new Black Widow? Is Taskmaster still out there? Like,
or
does this
is
set anything up, or is
never,
this a one-off?
Not really big.
I will say this. I do feel like when you look at those trailers, they show Helena a lot. So I feel like that's getting us ready to.
Who are y'all saying? Are y'all saying Yelena?
Yeah, Yelena. Excuse me.
Okay.
Fucking Nazi.
You don't cast Florence Pugh just for a one-off. Well,
or do you?
You know what? I stand corrected, because I could have swore Hella was gonna be in more shit. Like, I'm like, you don't get Kate Blanchett just for a one-off. She's gonna be back in Infinity War. She's gonna be back in Endgame. Like, that's perfect to have her and Thanos. Nope, I was wrong on that shit. So maybe she just took the check and ran.
So
we don't know what Disney's doing. That period. That's it. We just don't know what they're doing.
You can't trust them. You got trust issues.
You can't trust.
Yeah, they haven't let us down for real yet, y'all. So I'm gonna put my faith in Disney. I just want Black Widow to come out first, and then we can talk about everything else. Because then I'll be like, okay, y'all. So y'all gonna actually, show us these movies this year.
Because I honestly feel like whatever is at the end of Black Widow is going to be a humdinger. Like, I just have a weird feeling.
Humdinger.
A humdinger. It's gonna be something else. I just feel like whatever's at that end credit is gonna make us like the one time I remember an end credit being that live. Is I forget what movie it was the end of, but they showed Thor's hammer at the end of the movie. Iron Man 2. They showed Thor's hammer at the end of the movie.
That was
I was in the theater. People lost their fucking minds.
I can't
so
wait.
I feel like this is
I
gonna be
can't
the
wait
same
to
thing.
get that feeling again. Where
I
you
think
just see
for
something
me,
crazy at the end, like
it's
in
far
a
from home.
theater.
For me, that's far from home. Seeing J.K. Simmons back as J. Jonah Jameson, man, I jumped out my fucking seat. Like I'm like, that is unreal that they brought him back. And that was
so far. That was so long ago.
Whew.
So long ago. It hurts how long ago that was.
All right.
Awkward silence.
I think that is a perfect opportunity to close up for the night. or for whenever you guys hear this, I think it's a perfect opportunity to close up. So it's been a minute since we've introduced ourselves and not introduced ourselves, but said where you can find us out on the social medias. So ladies first, where can we find you, Black Girl Marvel?
You almost called me Black Widow. I swear you did. You can find me on all social media. TikTok, YouTube at Black Girl Marvel. Follow me everywhere. Support my YouTube and my Instagram. All that jazz. Thank you.
Where can we find you, Lucia?
You can find me on all social media, TikTok, Twitter, all them things. At Is She Black or Asian?
Where can we find you?
That was gonna be that. Let's take a pause right there.
Like I might be there.
Like find me on there. Maybe.
I'll be there though.
Where can we find you, Kyle?
You can find me on all social media, Team Kayos, Kayos. That's Instagram, Facebook page, Twitter, YouTube channel. I'm always on there, so hit me up.
And you can find me everywhere as Red Bearded Gent until I change it.
There you go.
On Instagram and Twitter.
Go back to Gent.
Go back to Gent. You don't like Zero? Red Bearded Zero?
Too many things.
It's not like it's like a Mountain Dew drink.
You know what?
Low calorie.
Wait, hey, Mountain Dew's flavor brought to you by Shave Club.
As long as I taste good, it don't matter. But you guys have been great. Have a great night. Peace.
And drink Red Bearded Zero, brought to you by Dollar Shave Club.